So kunyari, for young people who are starting a new family or somebody who just wants to move out to a better home, an own house and lot na malaki might be too expensive for them. Ang condo naman might be too tight for the family. So that's where the townhouse comes into play. So Sir Carl, what are the things to consider when buying a townhouse? Okay, number 5 is support room and utilities. You know, you also want to consider yung mga little things, yung mga little rooms. So let me tell you, ano ba yung mga rooms to watch out for? Number 1, as simple as a maid's room. Diba? You want your maids to have a maid's room. Kung medyo upscale yung townhouse, medyo bigger than a driver's quarter. Especially now that it's quarantine, it's proven beneficial if you have a driver's quarter where your driver stay in with you. And of course, you have to factor the toilet of how the maids and the driver will do their toilet. And sa kitchen naman, of course, for the more upscale townhouses, they would have an extra room for pantry to keep yung mga goods para hindi makalat yung kitchen. Some townhouse will have more storage space, which I think is also important. Storage, shoe cabinet, a foyer. Some naman will have a balcony. Balcony is also important para at least, you get fresh air. Some will have a roof deck so you can exercise. You also have to consider where to do your laundry. Mga laundry area, sampay-sampay. If it's a condo style, a washer dryer. You know, there's a trend right now wherein you have washer dryer no longer outside the house but inside the house. Some will put it in the 3rd floor, some will put it inside the room together or on the same floor with the bedroom. So that's a trend right now. And we're also seeing some trends at townhouse wherein the maid's room, the laundry area, the washer dryer is in the top floor of a townhouse. So it's a new trend. Some are not still comfortable with having the house help on the top floor. Kasi syempre, diba, that's the penthouse. Diba? But I think it makes sense that, you put all your laundry, washer, dryer, utilities on the 3rd floor. Diba? Para yung baba nyo, when the visitor comes, it's free and clear. But this is very personal. So nothing is right or wrong. It's a personal thing. Number 6, one feature is to consider a safe place for your kids to enter, load, and unload the car. Diba? I mean, just to emphasize, just to exaggerate, if you're unloading or loading your kids or your grocery on the street, then it's not as safe as a property wherein you have enough ample parking, you drive your car inside, then you close the door, then you're safe. I guess that's where the bigger townhouse development comes at an advantage. Kasi they have the security guard, then you drive into the complex, and at some points when you're inside, it's safer than other townhouses wherein your driveway is on the street. Diba? You're more exposed. So just a little consideration to think of when you're buying your townhouse. And last 2, number 7 for me, after you consider all the floor area, the quality of material, the location, I think it's important that when you go inside your townhouse, you feel secure. You feel at peace. You like the neighborhood. You know that when you're abroad, when you're overseas, when you're out of town, and that's only your kids inside the house, you feel secure. So I guess that's also where the complex townhouses are at an advantage kasi you are like 30, 40 units and you're sharing a guard, and then there's neighbors kind of watching each other. So yun talaga yung advantage of a bigger townhouse. And of course, peace meaning you like your neighbor. Diba? Yeah. When you go home, I mean, just to exaggerate, wala kang kaaway inside the complex that makes you feel heavy. Diba? Everybody's at peace. The culture of the homeowner association is medyo peaceful. They work together. Hindi yung pagpasok mo yung homeowner association pala, may two parties. One is the pro-admin, one is the anti-admin. So, ideally, you want to be in a place wherein, people are supporting each other and the interest of the people is one and the same, which is to keep the property, the premise safe, and the people at peace and secure. Because, what's more important is that everybody sleeps well at night. That's really the goal of buying a house, diba? So that you have peace, you have security, and you sleep well at night. And lastly, number 8 is a new normal, which is to have a townhouse that is new normal friendly, new normal adapted, kumbaga. Diba? What are the new normal right now? UV, sanitation, where you leave your shoes outside. I don't know if there's a townhouse who has developed something na may shower outside. Bago pa pumasok, you take off your outside clothes in the garage, then you shower, then you go up, and that clothes goes directly to the washer dryer. These are COVID-19 new normals. And the more obvious one is the study from home, work from home, new normal. So, I think moving forward 2021, it is now more acceptable to work at home. And there will be a lot of opportunities for businessmen, for employees to work from home. So ano ba yung mga consideration? I guess the more obvious one is an extra space, well-lighted, conducive, quiet, where you can set up your computer, your Zoom camera, and you can study, work together with your kids, diba? I know that's an unanswered prayer, diba? Na you can spend more time with your kids as long as you have that extra room in your townhouse. So on that note, guys, I hope you are able to learn something from me, Carl D, your property guru and friend, and Chinoy TV. To summarize, 8 things to consider when buying your townhouse. Number 1 will be, of course, location that matches your needs, your family. It's within your budget, diba? Kumbaga, your budget can be small, but if these considerations are factored in and you're happy, then you go for it, diba? Don't be sad na you are unable to buy something that's super out of your range, diba? Remember, the more important thing is your peace, your security, diba? Kumbaga, hindi kailangan malaki, hindi kailangan fancy. If you're happy, you can sleep well at night. You can spend more time with your family and kids. That I think is the most important thing in buying a townhouse. Not buying an expensive townhouse, super mahal, and then lagi ka naman wala sa bahay because you're busy hustling, you're busy working just to pay off the amortization of your townhouse, diba? Just the right balance, Number 3 is, of course, consider the growth and expansion of your family. Outdoor space, swimming pool, playground, area to bicycle around. Utility rooms like a storage, pantry, washer dryer, laundry area, roof deck for vitamin D, vitamin sunlight. A safe place to load and unload your kids, your family. The place is secure. People are at peace with each other. Maganda yung dynamics ng neighborhood. Of course, you want your area to be safe, drug-free, not so many bad people around, bad temptation. And lastly, you have work from home considerations in your townhouse that you will purchase. So I invite you to take a look at our sponsor today, the Manhattan townhomes in ABS-CBN GMA7. It's a 38 million, I think almost 5-bedroom townhouse. This is a premium townhouse. Not so expensive, but in the middle. And it's ready for occupancy. On that note, I invite you to comment and ask more questions. So your questions will be answered in my next video. And I just want to share with you that we also have a private coaching session in the link below, bit.ly/CarlD private coaching. If you want to have a one-on-one session, Q&A. Usually the Q&A, they ask me about different levels. We have the developers who's asking me, Carl, what is your sentiment about my approach? What can you add? And then you have the medyo savvy investors, and we just brainstorm together what to do with their portfolio, how to approach it, how to manage it, how to name it under corporation or individual. And then you have the newbie investors who like go to my coaching and say, Carl, I'm a newbie. Please fast track my learning. Fast track. Instead of me learning from my mistake, why don't you tell me your mistakes, Carl, and I'll learn from it. So that's something we do in the private coaching. And just want to share with you, we are also coming up soon with our real estate playbook masterclass. It's like we're thinking about it. Maybe it's gonna be like a 10-week program, once a week session that tackles about anything under the sun about real estate. So we're coming out with that. Just add me, Carl D-Property Guru, in my Facebook business page, and that's where we will announce all of these new masterclass or coaching sessions and other new articles. So I'll see you on Facebook, Carl D-Property Guru. Please comment other questions you have, and I will gladly answer it in my next video. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon in my coaching or in my masterclass.